Um, this is your WW3 news of on Wednesday morning. I think everyone knows in the world the Vespa, the most famous scooter, is all about. Iconic vehicle with two wheels. One of the excellence of made in Italy after the war, I should say. Well, this so-called iconic econ is in dire straits. In the last 3 years, or even more, there's been a decline. Its mother company, Pontedera, Piaggio, is slowly pulling out. The numbers of vehicles produced, it's selling bad. And obviously after the death of Roberto Collinino about 3 years ago, things have gone a lot worse for the company, how it's managed, and economically speaking as well. Their debits have gone up, that's for sure. Regarding the sales, national and European as well. Even though was a light sales of 3.1%. Competitor Yamaha in the first 4 months has taken a 14% market, and all competitors, foreign or non, are just mopping up the leftovers of what Piaggio used to sell. I think the only best-selling vehicle what Piaggio's got so far is the Liberty. I think the 125 version, 7th place has sold. It's losing ground. And obviously the buyback thing regarding the shares, it smells like they're preparing for a sell-off of some type in 2028 or so. And obviously management's not exactly giving good vibes. It's basically they are living in a land of confusion. You would imagine a more stronger leadership from the management, and so on. So they spent, I don't know, between 40 to 50 million euro for the buyback shares. And obviously all the money which they got from, I don't know whether it's the European Union or the Italian government to build electric Vespa. I think in this day and age, such adventurous endeavours, even for car manufacturers, had been a disaster as sales and corporative losses. And this is more like the fight to survive. They don't want to admit they are in shit. Really up shit creek. Well, obviously not spook the investors. It's not enough. Last year, like Stellantis, for the shareholders, zero evidence. I think people, when it comes to companies like this, it's a bad sign. And investors, if they're more cautious, more wiser, they pull out. And they invest in other type of sectors, like defence and so on, which is pretty doing good. The problem is, regarding the Piaggio, regarding new products, they're not producing nothing at all at Pontedera. It's 11 years. Research and development, it's at a standstill. And obviously, something new, which they passed as new, came out. But it's the same old. It's just the same old model. And regarding the prices of these vehicles, is very expensive regarding the foreign competitors. You know, you have to be competitive. You need something new. The Chinese, every 2 years, when they go to this motor show in Milan or for this sector, regarding novelties, they are dominant in these things. And I think the CEOs, Matteo and Michele, they have to make it clearly what intentions they have for this company. It's useless calling the press, we can do this and that. And at the end of the day, you're not doing nothing. You're just selling more talk to for the finance markets, keep them at bay. You just have to see its profits. I think the first 6 months of this year, this company profits inside intel, they say, is going to be pretty bad. Obviously, their debit has increased with respect to last year, and that means it's not a very good sign for the future employees of this company. Because let's face it, you think doing an electric version of the Vespa itself will bring prosperity and job security and more employment in this company? No. The fact is they're having intentions to lay off workers slowly, which they have done throughout the years. And mind you, if it wasn't for the pandemic years, it had a boom in sales. Most of the people would have been at home already, laid off. So it goes to show and what type of condition this company's in. It's a fight for survival, basically. Like 80 years ago and today, you're going to have to return to the old school of doing things. Entering other sectors, which Piaggio, after the Second World War, totally destroyed by Allied bombing, they stopped making airplanes at Pontedera. The genuine operation of this company has been sold off to a Turkish defence contractor, and even there, has no more connections with the mother company at Pontedera. They're divided. That was after the war. And they want to take the production overseas, back in Turkey. And the futures are very uncertain for those who work in this company. The problem is the workers have very weak trade unions, thinking calling a strike for Gaza, Palestine isn't good enough. Well, people can't lose their money, for trivial things. These type of things you can do on a Saturday, a manifestation. And when it comes to renewal contracts, it took 4 years to renew it. And with loss of a purchase power of 17%, can you imagine that? Probably asking yourself, what the bloody hell these trade unions are doing? Meanwhile, do nothing. Because they are part of the system. Especially when they sign these so-called contracts, contract of proximity, which gives more leverage for the company to do what they like as usual. It's always been like this. It's going to be more and worse in the future. What's the point in you say having trade unions? Who you represent? To be the sidekick of the establishment or something is very, very confusing. And problem is, people believe in these trade unions, their members. These leaders, they're only there for political consent, like politicians. Seats of power. And when there's no more workers to represent, what are you going to do? Dear shop stewards, companies can give you a nice office job by chance. Even there, that sector's been hit. The clerical sector, not just as a mechanical workers, and the idea put on temporary leave, traditionally speaking, in seasonal peak production is a sign things in this company is gradually falling to pieces. In silence, step by step, it's falling to pieces. The empire of the Vespa one day will fall. Will it go bankrupt and end up in the hands of some foreign competitor? Even though there, it'll be dismantled in pieces. I don't think any future competitor wants various sections of this company which are absolutely disorganised, inefficient, and which has high running costs, because due to the fact to keep someone in employment, and most of these people, not exactly state of the art and really qualified and motivated workers.